all over here at Vauxhall Road, home of Hemel Hempstead. It's a 1-1 draw, but Gaz, it's got to feel heartbreaking when it goes against you like that. A 93rd minute equaliser to peg it back. It was 3 points, but in the end, this one.
Yeah, really disappointed. I feel for the players a bit, but part of me doesn't, because our game management towards the end's been poor, really. So we should have seen the game out, seen it out comfortably, and a really bad decision at the end is like I say, allowed them to have a free kick and put the ball into our box, and then we just haven't dealt with it. We've dealt with everything all game. They've had 2 shots at best, I think, if that. I think it's almost a perfect away performance, but yeah, look, I feel for the players because they haven't probably got what they've deserved, but by the same time I can't keep coming off and saying, you know, that's been great, but when we make poor decisions and I'm gonna say immature decisions at times, but look, the players didn't deserve that tonight. I don't think they did deserve the 3 points, but again, look, it makes things difficult after, you know, like I said, such a good 93 minutes of football.
You're spot on. 93 minutes on commentary. They were reduced to 2 shots from nowhere land, really, both comfortable for Will Henry to deal with. In the end there, it's just that one momentary lapse in concentration from the free kick. It's gone in deep. It's been headed by, I believe, their 12, and it's come off the back of the defender, beating Will Henry, and for 10 seconds, unfortunately, is undone 93 minutes of great work.
No, I've just watched it back, and they've not made any contact at all. We've made first contact as an own goal, so I think we should clear the ball. But look, we haven't. You know, we've dropped 2 points. But yeah, you know, it's another game unbeaten. But yeah, you know, if you look at the last 3 games, it would have probably been just as well, you know, losing 2 of them and beating Cheshunt, to be honest. But look, it is what it is. I know there's no famous last words, I suppose, but yeah, look, disappointing. But again, we have to pick ourselves up and go again for another difficult away game on Saturday.
Let's try and break a few positives out, Gaz, because to be honest with you, it was a great performance for 93 minutes. Game plan was executed well, contained Hemel in places where we wanted to have them on the pitch, and in the end, coming out of the half, perfect start to the half, great ball in from Kane Bradbury, Fasamade gets across his man, puts us 1-0 up, and great work.
Yeah, I mean, you say few positives. I think it was an immensely positive performance all over. Like, we sat here really disappointed because of 25 seconds of not madness, but 25 seconds of poor decisions at the end. Otherwise, we're talking about 94 minutes of great, you know, like I said, a great away performance. As I said, you know, 2 sides not necessarily cancelled each other out first half. I felt we had probably the best of it and shaded it first half. And then second half, like I say, we managed to get our noses in front. They don't create anything, very little. You know, as I said, you know, I don't think it's a stretch to say I think they've had 2 shots all game, and even those aren't ones that we're all scrambling on. And then, yeah, you know, from there, so, you know, it would be hugely positive. And at 1-0, we have a couple of chances to make it 2, and I felt a little bit like we probably needed the second goal to make it absolutely safe, and so that proved. But even at 1-0, I didn't feel under any real threat or any pressure, because like I said, they've not really created anything. I had a couple of shots from maybe 25 yards out, but other than that, we've been fairly comfortable.
I know you never like to talk about it, Gaz, but I'll put you on the spot anyway. You say we were looking for that second goal, and the referee, Kirsty, she had a bit of a decision to make with Fasamade there coming across the front of the 18-yard box. From all intents and purposes, it looked as if he was caught as he was coming on. He's definitely got to the ball first. The shout went up. The decision didn't go our way. It looked fairly conclusive that was a pen.
It's difficult. I'd have to watch it back. It looks like a penalty at first touch, but look, I haven't watched it back, so maybe she's got that one right. I don't know. I thought there was some strange decisions tonight, but again, hasn't really necessarily had effect. I don't even think it's a foul at the end when, you know, for the free kick they've scored from. But you can't say it every week. You know, we can't rely on the refs, and you need to take it out of their hands. So, you know, if we're 2-0 up and maybe when we've had the good chances and some good play in that, you know, in their final third, then we don't need to rely on that, and we see the game out comfortably, and it meanders into a 2-0 win, 3 points, and we roll into Saturday, you know, full of even more confidence than what we are now.
I suppose looking around, I know it's something you don't necessarily do, but you know, we've stayed out of the relegation zone. It's another point to the cause. We've got to go to Welling now, which is a tricky place to go on Saturday, but you know, 3 games undefeated leading into that against the likes of Ebbsfleet, against Cheshunt and against Hemel. No teams, no mugs. Got to fill you with a little bit of confidence that Welling is not the daunting place it might have looked at a month ago.
I don't think there are any real daunting trips. If I said it, it's a game of football. I knew coming here that we'd be all right on the surface. So the challenge on Saturday, maybe what Welling's pitch is like. Obviously, we haven't been there this year, but it's been a challenge for the last couple of years there. So we might have to cope with that slightly. But yeah, look, that's, that wherever you go. So yeah, look, 3 unbeaten. Disappointment tonight, a lot of disappointment, loads of really, really good stuff, but now got as I said, it feels like a little bit of a defeat tonight because of the manner of it, so we'll have to pick that up, and whilst we stay out of the relegation zone, we've lost three really good opportunities to pull ourselves away from it in the last few weeks, Saturday being one, and again tonight. So I've said to the lads on Saturday, I've said it again tonight, before and after the game, we're going to run out of opportunities to pull ourselves out of it, and we're not making it easy for ourselves, and we need to learn fast. We've got some experienced players in there, and yeah, so look, we know where we are. We'll go into Saturday, and we'll try and do a similar thing there Saturday and win a game of football.
Dipped into the bench slightly early today, Gaz, just on the 48th minute. Hanksy had to come in off and Mayhew. Was that a recurrence of anything that happened on Saturday when Hanks was withdrawn, or just a bit of a tinker?
Yeah, Hanksy's been struggling with his ankle for quite some time, really. I don't think he had a real bad sprain at Hastings, and that's not necessarily not cleared up completely. It's non-league football. People are playing with niggles and injuries, and we've been looking after him and whatever else, and we've managed to get a good 65 out of him on Saturday, where he scored a hat-trick. Tom's had loads of minutes, and let's not forget it was a massive effort on Tuesday, just gone against Debsfleet, and then again on Saturday. Sorry, I thought we were leggy in patches on Saturday, and it was a bit more energetic of us tonight. But yeah, look, we've got to make some changes. Not everybody can play every single minute of every game all year, so we have to manage that. But yeah, tonight was like I said, one because Hanks has been struggling a little bit with his ankle. We knew that we'd have to go in tonight, but we wanted to give Tom a little bit of a breather for Saturday, and lots of them will have to do that. So.
Well, Gary, it feels a little bit deflating. Obviously, when you concede as late you are, I'm sure you've got a lot of bones and a lot of things to pick off the meat of that one. So we'll let you crack on, mate. But personally, although it's only my humble opinion, I thought the boys stood up really, really well tonight. Done you proud for 93 minutes. 10 seconds lapse of concentration's meant a point, but it is a point, and we'll go again on Saturday against Welling. We'll see you there.